Well, I don't really know where I'm at, but day 4 was a long travel day, and we hopped on a plane, made it halfway, refueled, made it to the airport in time to miss our flight, and then we made it onto the flight and down to the Eastern Cape. And then we got in and had seemed like a 5 to 7 hour drive to camp. But when we woke up in the morning, camp was in an amazing spot in the mountains. Well, we've made quite a long trek here. We finally made it to the Eastern Cape. As you can see behind me, it's a totally different landscape than where we just came from, out of the Kalahari. Kind of looks a little bit like central Montana, where I've hunted before. We're going to go after the mountain species, and hopefully we'll have some luck. What we're going to have to do, though, is we're going to do a lot of spotting, maybe a little stalking, but the ranges are going to be just a hair longer than we're used to. So we're going to see if the trigger cam can do its job, or if we're going to have to switch over to the ATN. It's a beautiful property. Over 40,000 acres of this mountain country that we're going to go explore at H.A.R.T the Hunt. Where we got up and went hunting wild reed buck, mountain reed buck, white blessed buck, common blessed buck, water buck, aardwolf. We've got heart shots on all of those. Now the mountain and the wild reed buck are highly sought after because they're only located in a few areas in good concentration. So we're in one of those areas that held lots of those animals. And the thing about that is, when we're hard hunting, the shots are usually 100 yards or less, preferably 50, between 50 and 100. And what we were running into is these were anywhere from 150 to 400 yards out. So got on the sticks on my first, I think it was just the mountain reed buck, and had a hard time steadying, and the wind was blowing 150 yards, and trying to make a good hard shot proved to be pretty tough. So we're up here in the mountains of Eastern Cape here, and specifically we're hunting for these mountain reed bucks and these wild reed bucks. And the country's beautiful, but we're shooting off sticks at longer distances than we're used to with this H.A.R.T system. So normally we like to be 100 yards and less. Right now we're somewhere out between 200 and 400 yards. So we're shooting off these sticks standing, and I'm just not used to it. And you'll run into these situations where you have to adapt, you have to adjust. And so what I did is found myself a nice place to sit, get a firm rest. We put the sticks down a little bit. We're about 360 yards, which is pretty far, but we got good footage. I was able to control my breathing, squeeze the trigger, and get the heart shot. The first 2-3 animals we ran into today, pretty bad heart shots, heart failure you might call it. So, but it's just like hunting, it's hunting. You have to adjust, and we did, and we got the heart shot on the wild reed buck. So we're hunting to hunt. I'm loving this country. Heinrich got his heart shot on a wild reed buck, his first that he's seen, and first that he's hunted. So that was the first for everybody, and it was a lot of fun. There was a lot more animals from Eastern Cape kudu. There was some sable, some gemsbuck. And just a lot of different animals. Black wildebeest, blue wildebeest. You name it, it was there. Lots and lots and lots of blesbuck, common and white. So we did get a hard shot on those. And waterbuck, what we were after right off the bat, kind of up on a hillside, and was like 110 yards. That was kind of the first over 100-yard shot, hard shot. So, and it turned out good. So all in all, I mean, the accommodations at this place were amazing, and it was 50,000 acres of just open, rolling, and steep mountains, and some brushy draws, and just awesome hunting country, and animals everywhere. And proved challenging on the red H.A.R.T beast. We had many stalks that probably added up to about 2.5 to 3 hours worth of stalking. We never did even get close to even set up the sticks. So it goes to show that it's just hunting. Sometimes you get what you're after, and sometimes you don't. At the end of the day, we were coming home on the road, and we saw two really neat things. One was a tortoise that was laying her eggs in the road, something you don't see every day, and they kind of said that was a pretty big and pretty old tortoise, so that was neat. And the second thing, we saw an aardwolf, and we got to heart the aardwolf. Pretty rare to see one of those out in the open in the daytime, but we did. Got a hard shot on that animal, got some good footage to show you. So at the end of the day, we had a great time in the Eastern Cape Mountains, where even Rudy, our PH from down here, made a few hard shots, and we got a smile out of him. So all in all, pretty successful, but we're running and gunning, so we're waking up in the morning and heading out. We're gonna go a little further south and see if we can't run into something special. Eastern Cape, first stop, done. On to the next stop. What are we gonna do? It's a surprise. Come with me. Okay, we're down south just a little ways from where we were yesterday, and we're just putting on the miles, but we're having a lot of fun. Guess what? We were driving again, but we made it to Camp 2. I was blindfolded, I don't know where we're at, I have no idea, but all I know is we're here to H.A.R.T to hunt.
My name's Gray.
South Africa, guys. Keeps getting better. As you see, we're not in the rainy mountains anymore. We're somewhere closer to the coast, I believe, but it's a little bit drier, for sure. And today the only sole mission was to H.A.R.T a rhino, a white rhino to be specific. And since we cannot hunt in the wild, there are a few places, but let's just say there aren't any opportunities for a normal working person. Gotta have quite a bit of loot to hunt one in the wild, which is a rare opportunity. But we were hunting one on a preserve, and they let us do that. And what we want to do is, it was highly symbolic. Hunting rhinos is not tough. Hunting African game is very fun. Some of it is medium to challenging-ish, but it's nothing that's just out of this world extreme. You know, like hunting sheep way up in the mountains, or mountain goats like that. It's a lot of fun. It's relaxing. And it's very challenging, but physically it's not real demanding. And the rhino is one of those hunts where it's a fun hunt on a species that is really in trouble right now. And we're doing this hunt and kind of this Africa thing to kind of raise awareness and do my part to kind of educate, for me to learn, and then to pass that on to you about what's going on with the rhino right now. And they're really in trouble, guys. They're being poached, and this year's kind of a terrible year for poaching for their horn. That gets sent overseas to places, and they do stupid stuff with it. But their horns are worth a lot of money, so money attracts not so great characters, and that's what we have. But that's the way of the world, and if we're gonna fight those sorts of things, kind of have to each of us do our part, no matter how little it is. And here's my part. We're just gonna H.A.R.T this rhino in an effort to raise awareness and have a nice hunt and show people what a rhino H.A.R.T looks like. And so we did that, and it was just a great experience with Heinrich and the guys there at the preserve that let us do that. So, and there's other places you can hunt rhinos and preserves to do that, and the money helps those animals survive in those preserves, and money also helps education and awareness of what the rhino's going through. And you know, these preserves might be the last stronghold for this genetics of these rhinos. So, you know, no matter what you think, having some reserves of a species isn't a bad thing. But anyways, that's what we did that day. White rhino, number 3 of the big 5. Beautiful animals. It's kind of a shame what they're going through right now, but it's kind of the world we live in. And then kind of decided, let's go find that pesky zebra that's been eluding us for the past 18 months or so. And again, was not an easy hunt on these things. Great eyesight, very wary. Couple of blown opportunities. I had one where the shot was there, but it was up on a horizon, and you just don't shoot on a horizon for safety reasons, no matter how far in the middle of nowhere you are. So they kept eluding us, but finally I decided, you know what? We got a good stalk going here through this open little prairie out to this bush, and the range on that Heinrich range was about 614 yards, and I says, well, I know how to make that shot, no worries. I've done it before, I just need a strong rest. Well, we did not have a strong rest until Heinrich laid down on his belly and provided one for me. And if you watch the video, you can see it was a pretty good hard shot on that zebra. We finally got the pesky zebra and got the hard shot. All in all, I mean, just a spectacular day. Getting the zebra and hearting a rhino. Can't say anything more about it, and then staying in such an awesome lodge that put us up for the night, because we are off again in the morning, running and gunning, getting the hard shots, heading a little further south to the coast. So, we'll see you then. Well, successful rhino hunt, successful zebra, heart shot. We're off to the coast. What's down there? Bush pig. This is amazing. They do everything. This is from taxidermy up to replicas to whatever, hides, t-shirts. But these replicas now can represent your hard hunt. I can do horns of the rhino, full replicas of the rhino, full replicas of the shoulder mount of an elephant, just the tusks if you want. I discussed with them if they can take a picture, and they said they could line it up to a mount that they maybe have, scan that to get pretty darn close to about anything we heart. So we're looking at the hunt release technique while we're hunting, and then taking that image and turning it into a trophy. The possibilities are endless. They're working with replica lions, which the whole lion would be a replica from the skull. You could just do the skull, or you could do a full mount, shoulder mount, rug, whatever, replicas, hippo. Again, anything we can think of to do with this hunt release technique, hunting, we can get done. So it's very interesting. I mean, this place is huge. Economic driver, we're talking employs 150 people, skilled workers, artists. They've got locations that they work with in the United States. So this is a big economic driver, hunting, and the businesses that revolve around it. So this isn't a little thing where we go out and we go hunting and it's for us. I mean, this affects a lot of people, ecosystems, economic systems. So it's really multifaceted, many layers involved. You really got to dig down and experience it to really understand it. So this is one of the coolest things I've seen. So I don't know whether it was because we were tired from all the driving or just out of sync or just loving the territory. We're headed further south towards the coast here in South Africa, back into some rolling hills and some wilderness areas. The lodge is right up against a big wilderness area, and it's also in kind of a citrus belt in the lower elevations, so kind of a neat area to be in, but a very wild area and very sparsely populated. And we are after blue duiker and bush pig, two very elusive animals, two highly sought after animals, but very elusive, both of them. So they're both hard to hunt and both very sought after. And we are actually in the best area in South Africa for both of those. And we have probably the best guide for bush pigs in the whole country here, I think. So we're pretty excited to have Rudy take us out and get us some hard shots. Well, this afternoon was kind of a cluster, you know what? But I got the scope on. Wasn't charged. Taking some bait up, trailer field barn. Things were just over right, I think. Got it settled. He's carrying a bunch of chairs. Going after the bush pig. We're gonna stay there till we see one. All right. But unfortunately, we didn't see anything today, which happens. I think Heinrich saw one, but he was unsure if it was a male or a female, and he is full harvesting one because it is in addition to, never instead of, this H.A.R.T deal. So together, I can Heinrich can full harvest. You can do whatever you want, and that's what we're doing. He's never hunted these before, another first, so he's always wanted to full harvest, so that's what he's going to do. So at the end of day 7, we were skunked. So we just had a great meal, took a little time to rest, and get ready for day 8. All right, day 8 came around, and it was hot. Morning time. No action. But no diker. So, bush buck again this afternoon. So we came back, had a little brunch, rested up a bit, went back out where we all sweated more than we'd ever sweated before. It was so hot. Got in the blinds. It was like a sauna. It's next level hot out here. I got the short pants on, so you know it's hot. I break out these 2 toothpick white legs. But the diker should come to water because it's so hot. And I think we got a good chance today. This evening, we're going to go for bush pig again, so we got 3 hours to get this done. Off to bush pig. If I don't melt. Sweaty. But that lasted for about 45 minutes, and then that temperature just kind of started going down, which was bearable. And as the temperature went down, the blue dikers came out for Heinrich. He made a great full harvest shot. Got his blue diker, and we couldn't be happier. So we came back, had a little snack, little drink, got some water in us, and then we headed out for the bush pigs, which is about another hour away. And we were putting on the ATN and all of the night vision stuff, and everything was kind of not set up yesterday, but today we got everything set up and we're ready to roll out there and see what the bush pig action was. And when we got there, he's got cameras set up so we don't have to sit in the blind and we can stalk in on these pigs, which sounds a lot more fun to me because I like to stalk. And when the camera goes off, we know they're there, and then we set up for the stalk. And what that entails is taking your shoes off and walking all the way to where they're at on the feeder and the bait. And they got a light set up that will help with the night vision scope. And so we rolled up, hiked in there, rocks poking our feet and all that fun stuff, and thorns and whatnot, and we got within 40 yards, and there they were. Two beautiful bush pigs that I could see, one boar and one female. But my ATN got jammed up. It didn't like the light plus the night vision, got jammed up. I had to reset it while I'm on the shooting sticks and frantically trying to get everything back online. Got it back online. I could have had the shot on the boar, but I just wasn't sure that the footage was correct, that it would show where the heart shot was. So I decided to opt out on that one, and I just went for the sow, which I got great footage of the boar anyways, and put the heart shot on the head and made my heart shot on a bush pig. So I got my bush pig. I was pretty excited about it. Got great footage and a great story to go along with that. Heinrich did not get his full harvest bush pig that night, so tomorrow we'll head out and try to get him his full harvest. But tomorrow I'm going to try to get my blue diker, which is I haven't even seen one yet, so hopefully I can get that done, because I got the bush pig and they're amazing, so wary. I mean, those pigs won't come back to that bait now, which I appreciate Rudy letting me do that, because now he has to set up a different bait. But all in all, the pig man, he came through, and just like he said it would work, we got our hard shot on the bush pig. Well, we're gonna give this blue diker one more try. I'm gonna try to sit where Heinrich was sitting yesterday. He saw quite a bit of activity there, so cross your fingers, see if something comes in this morning. Other than that, then we're gonna go out for some more plains game this afternoon. So beautiful sunrise over here. Finally saw one for probably 1.75 seconds, and then a baboon came in and kind of scared that blue diker off, because baboons will eat blue dikers. So with him running around there, we decided, oh, it's about 9 o'clock. You know, we got there about 6:30. It was about 9 o'clock, and decided, you know what, they're not going to come back in until he's for sure gone. And so we're just going to wait till the evening to go ahead and try for the blue diker. Going to go straight from the blue diker stand out to the bush pig. Going to have a little braai. South African barbecue. Call it braai. B-R-A-A-I. They put a lot of spices. I don't see any spices on there. Okay, so they put a lot of spices on. It's got some nitrates, kind of like when we cure stuff. But it's all over wood, see? And they bring the coals over. It's delicious. South African barbecue, braai.
And we're waiting for the baits.
We are waiting for the baits to go off, just like last night when I hearted my bush pig. Let's go. Heinrich's going to not heart, but full harvest his tonight, and hopefully it'll be the boar that I passed on, because I knew he was going to come in there, so I passed on that boar and hearted the sow, so he wouldn't feel like I shot his first. So heart, I shot him first. And hopefully we'll have a bush pig and a blue diker heart shot by the end of tonight, so stay tuned.
I might got it. It's 11:30 right now. Or last night. So let's hope we're successful. Good luck. Thank you.
We can see I got my pearl snaps on and my jeans. You know what that means. We're rolling on. But we had a great time here at Eastern Cape with Rudy, just doing a bunch of stuff, a lot of heart shots. We didn't quite get the blue diker, but you know what? That's hunting, and that's okay, because guess what? It gives us something to look forward to coming back here. So I just can't say enough about this property. Behind us, hundreds of thousands of acres of wilderness, bush, game everywhere. It's just a wonderful place. Food was great, company was good, and let me tell you, H.A.R.T and the hunt here was easy to do.